Oh boy. Alright, we're gonna have to... What is that? Alright, welcome to another day out on the sound. Sunrise just coming up. Got a little bit of a late start here. We're gonna see what we can do. I haven't fished this area all season, so I'm a little excited about what could be out here. Should be something similar to what we've been fishing, but you never know. It's definitely a cooler morning today. So, we'll see what happens. So I'm already getting some bites. One of my gulps that got ripped off. It's probably a small sea bass or something. I just found out though that the container's cracked here, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this gulp. I'll try and transfer it to the other container and then use the rest today. I guess today will be a gulp day. Got a lot of gulp. So I'm just like slow trolling here on the bottom. And 12 feet. It's a pretty rocky bottom. Definitely gonna put the underwater camera down in this area later. And we get a little more sun. Alright, so there's gonna be quite a bit of underwater footage. And not a whole lot of fish, so if you want you can skip ahead. But I figured I would just show, you guys what the bottom looks like. There was a lot of rocks in this area. And I slow this part down because you're gonna see what I think is actually a Brugal. The water clarity wasn't great, but it seemed to actually get better throughout the day, and along with the current picking up, it seemed to get better. And so a lot of these boulders were different shapes and sizes too. Some were smooth, some were jagged, but just all over the place. So I freeze this next frame because I think it's a fluke at a weird angle, but I'm not sure. Other than this, I didn't see any fluke on this trip. So coming off that big rock, it looks like I got a small sea bass right there to follow, and you'll see him attack the bait here in a second. There he is.
So coming up to this boulder, you'll see I freeze a frame here on this, I think it's a sponge, but I'm not sure. Saw quite a bit of it, but that was a good still of it. And another interesting thing that I noticed on this trip was how, I would go to a spot where there was a boulder marked on the map, and then I would put the camera down near that spot, and sure enough, yeah, there would be a pretty nice sized rock there. But in addition to that, past the rock and in between other rocks, there's also other decent sized rocks, and I just think it's something that shouldn't be overlooked. That you don't really have to be on a marked rock. There's a lot of unmarked rocks, and especially if you're in an area where there's a lot of marked rocks, there's a very good high chance that there's also a lot of unmarked rocks as well. So, don't feel like you have to be on a marked spot.
It's something tiny. I don't know what that is. Porgy. It's a good sized porgy. Very good sized porgy. Almost had the porgy. There's definitely a decent amount of porgies here. It's different, I think. That's porgy. Just fell, hooked him a bit. You'll be alright. I've had these gulp shrimps for so long too. I'm kind of just happy to get rid of them. I definitely got some fish in this area. Yeah, that's porgy. Oh. Oh no. It's a weak fish, I think. No, it's a bluefish. He's spitting up. Oh. Spitting up everything he ate. Bluefish on the gulp shrimp. I try to tire out bluefish before I bring them in the boat. At least a little bit. Oh, there we go. That works. And just mark some fish on the bottom, so yeah, here's some fish on the top too. Oh yeah, that looks like a bluefish congregation to me. Yeah. Oh. No way. Oh boy. Alright, we're gonna have to... What is that? It's a ray. Dang it. I saw the wings. Yeah. I wish it was something else, but it's a ray. Oh my goodness. These things are powerful. Guess it's a cownose. I don't really know. Whoa. Shh. Hello. Look at that thing. Oh. All right, bud. We'll get you on your way.
So if you look beyond the sea robins to the right, you'll see a shiny, long fish. There it is. Comes in and then it goes back out. I don't know what it is, but maybe a weak fish or a bluefish. And then here, I'm just cruising along and you'll see this nice blackfish. That's a decent sized porgy right there. So just to add to that blackfish, and something I've noticed is that, a lot of times I find a blackfish just cruising along and they're not necessarily hidden in a spot. And I think this is probably a more common behavior than a lot of people think, that, they're actually out there foraging, they're out there looking around for food. And at least in an area like this where there's a lot of boulders, but there's spaces between them, I think they come out and forage, they come out and look around. So, that doesn't mean you have to be exactly on a spot. I think you can probably be in between spots. As long as you're in an area where, their food that they want to eat is around, you're going to be able to find them and catch them. And, I really am looking forward to the fall season for blackfish and some underwater footage that I'm going to try and get. Hopefully we'll figure out the setup for anchoring, and also the water clarity should get better as the water cools down.
think that's just about gonna do it. Got a couple porgies, surprisingly, and that one ray. That was pretty amazing. I've never caught something that powerful on the kayak yet, so it was fun. It was very fun. I couldn't figure out what it was. But yeah, I had to catch up to it just to gain some line back. It was pretty crazy. I only had like 20 pound leader, 20 pound braid, so yeah, it worked out. That was a powerful fish. All right, well, decent day, and hopefully some of the underwater footage came out. I know this area I did very well last year in the fall for blackfish, so I'm curious to see what the bottom looks like. I'm sure there's a lot of rocks. It's usually pretty snaggy, so we'll see. All right. Thanks for tuning in, and catch you back next time.